When it comes to Marvel Studios, next year really kicks off something insane that not a lot of people thought was going to happen. 3+ films a year and up to 3 to 4 TV series a year from the core Marvel Studios brand. Now we're going to talk about one of my most anticipated films of that year, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Some brand new casting of a villain, and exactly what the movie's going to be about, which takes it all the way back to one of my favorite types of films, and one of my favorite films of all time, so let's get to that. Shang-Chi is currently shooting in Australia. We have no idea about anything that is happening with that film. There's literally been zero set photo leaks or anything, so I guess take a pick. They're being very secretive about it, and naturally so. They really want to try to keep things under wraps. Now recently what happened is people noticed that a actor who was recently in Creed 2, he was the main villain, played the bad Russian son of Drago. Well, he happened to geotag his location in Sydney, Australia. He also happens to have some connections to other people, follows and follow back from people that are working on that film. And it was already being rumored that he was going to be part of something that brings us into the second part of this video, which is a tournament that is going to take place during this movie. Now, there's no other details on this tournament, but like I said in the beginning, I think this might be one of those, martial arts tournaments where you got to fight your way to the top, take on the bad guy who maybe this whole thing is arranged by the Mandarin. Now, this would remind me of, like I said, one of my favorite movies of all time, Bloodsport, starring Jean-Claude Van Damme. In case you guys haven't seen that, if you haven't seen it, yeah, you probably should. It's a really good movie. Try to ignore the cat noises, though. They're really weird. Anyways, I'm excited by this because I love tournament movies. I love the aspect that they go into, like fight your way through here. You see all of these different fight styles and everything that can be incorporated from all around the world. A secret underground tournament with a martial artist is honestly the perfect way to do it. And since the film is going to feature all sorts of the top, best quote-unquote fighters around the world, the actor who, well, on Instagram goes by the name Big Nasty, so look him up, is rumored to be the secondary villain, which makes me think that maybe he's the one working directly under the Mandarin, and, Shang-Chi's gonna have to eventually fight him as he's, well, if you've seen Creed 2, he's pretty dominating when he's on screen, and he's kind of huge, so it makes sense that a little skinny guy is gonna have a tough time facing this dude who, well, for all intents and purposes, looks like Brock Lesnar when he's peak juice fighting Rey Mysterio.